Oh, now that's cool. Uh, Hello and welcome to ModSauce 2. In the last few episodes, we've been working towards our blood armor. I was hoping in the last episode we'd finish it off, but needed a little more LP to get the filled sockets completed. Since I'm filming this on Christmas Eve, I thought we'd do some of the smaller things that we're waiting to do, and of course start off with the blood armor, because it shouldn't take very long to get now. I have made a number of changes to the altar, and you can also see that I've re-enabled the shaders because I installed Optifine and it has helped out quite a bit. However, let's go over some of the changes I made. So firstly, you can see that down here I've increased the number of witches I have. I only had 3 witches in the previous episode, and I came back at one stage and 2 of them had died or gone away, which I'm not entirely sure how that happened. So I went out and found some more, and they were also not quite producing enough LP, so I've increased it to 6 witches, which seems to be enough to cover what I need. I've also added a life essence tank on the roof, which I think goes reasonably well with the design of the altar. Now, I've made a number of changes to the machine inventory manager. What we had last time is we had the make stock. This is the 5 LP liquid condition I used to have. I increased it to 8 LP. If it doesn't have enough, it'll put the orb in there, so the orb is always full. This way, we'll make sure the orb is full before we start crafting anything. That can take quite a bit of LP, but it does mean that we've always got a full orb. Now, one of the things I changed is I made it so it pulls the orb out. It used to be that if we didn't have enough slates, it would pull the orb out and then make the slates. But considering everything else I'm doing, it's going down this path anyway, it's easier to pull it out here before the condition. This is our original have slates condition. I did, however, find out how to make an ore condition. So this is basically if we do have enough slates, we now jump over to here, which is something in the chest. And if there is something in the chest, then it hits the true condition and runs back to my ore thing, which joins the 2 nodes together. This is just a flow control so it takes 2 inputs and will convert it into 1 output. So what happens is if we don't have enough slates, it'll go down into this condition. And if we don't have something in the chest, it'll go down to here. This way I can add something to the chest and it will make it quite easily. These ones here are exactly the same as they were. We pull the items out, blacklist them there, and we stick them into the altar as per before. We've also got here, where we used to fill up the orb, we now have another group, which if we've got over 15 LP in the tank above, so our life essence tank on the roof, we will send the orb in to be filled as we did before. However, if we've got less than 15 LP above, we will send a bucket in. This is a nifty little trick that I found a while back, where if you fill a bucket, it will actually fill up faster than extracting the LP directly. So what we do is we take it out of an autonomous activator and we stick it into the altar. On top of that, of course, we have the normal process. We fill the orb here, nothing changed there, except for it's now sitting on the false condition. We have our pull stacks, which I've added an extra output here, which says if it is a bucket of life, which is what you get out of it, it will stick it in the autonomous activator. So that when it's filling the bucket up, it'll stick it into the autonomous activator, which is also on the roof, and will do it'll fill which then clicks on it and places the liquid into the tank. We also have the refill liquid. This helped out quite a bit because what it allows me to do is if we have less than 5 buckets of LP in the altar, it'll take liquid from the tank and place it into the altar. We can't use the bucket trick here, but this method works reasonably well anyway, as long as you have enough runes of dislocation. Everything else, however, is the same. I think we've been into here. Everything else is the same. I just made it a little bit more pretty in terms of how it looks. This allows me, of course, to do quite a bit of extra stuff. As you can see, I've added some runes of dislocation around the sides here, allowing us to take the liquid out of the tanks and put it back in when we need to. So you can see at the moment it's putting a bucket in there, and it fills the bucket up quite quickly, and of course 1 bucket equals 1 bucket LP, which normally you can only do about 10 millibuckets of LP at a time. So this method works really well for taking the stuff out. It does, however, mean, of course, that your altar is full with something at most times. Now, of course, the thing we were waiting for is the filled sockets. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down. First thing we need to do is actually make a soul forge, which is this guy here. It shouldn't be too hard to make. So we just need to put the orb in there, and that gives us a soul forge for our armor. Where are we going to put this? Probably just put it over here somewhere. So you need enough of these filled sockets to make up the normal armor as if you were making a crafting grid. We of course will need a big enough area to make some armor. We could probably make it about here. That looks about right. So of course we place it out as normal. Place the soul forge in the middle. And we add weak blood shard, which gives us 1 extra thing. We will need a master blood orb to stop us having problems with needing LP. And we will add in a void sigil, which will mean that we can float into the void without too many issues. And if we right click on the soul armor forge, it gives us our bound leggings. So we can now replace our leggings, which is just about dead. Oh, actually, first thing we have to do, always shift right click them on the first time. We also need to make a helmet. So once again, we need to put in the weak blood shard, the master blood rune. If my mouse lets me select it. There we go. And also we will put into this one, let's make it a water sigil, which will give us because water breathing. Now you need to put them into separate slots. Then once again, right click. That gives us a bound helmet. I don't think I've got a helmet on currently, no, so we shift right click. Now of course we're going to have to move it. Because we are making armor, so let's make the armor up. So the next one we need to make is a chest plate. I have a feeling I've just done completely wrong. And we'll grab the soul forge from there. Let's put that there. One of those, and we'll put in one of those guys. Hey, did I? Cool. And we worried for a second. I thought I hadn't put it in. One of those there, and we will put in the lava sigil, which will give us fire resistance, so we can fall on lava. Once again, right click on there. Ooh. And we also need to make some leggings. So we place 1, 2, 3. And once again, we put the weak blood shard in. So we put the master blood orb in as well. Oh, no, put it in there. And we will add in a air sigil, which will give us feather falling. Right click there again. No. Have I got that pattern wrong? I got leggings. Boots. Sure, that's how you make boots. Yep. Camera but doesn't lie there. There we go. And we got some boots, so let's take these boots off. And there we go, so we got all that. I'm just gonna go find what happened to the diamond chest plate. Oh, sorry, what happened to my chest plate, and I'll be back in a second. Ah, there it is. It apparently went all the way up here. Well, yeah, this is on top of the soul forge, so obviously it went a bit too high, but that's fine. We will right click down. Way out of there. And just take that out because I actually had a reason for having that in there, so I'll take that out again. Right, so that's the armor done. Try and get back out of here now. Always quite a bit of fun getting out of here. And we'll go back down here. Now I thought while we're here, I haven't done it yet, so we'll do it on camera. We can do it on camera. I'm going to need a crafting bench. Crafting. We have one crafting bench. And for now, stick those guys in there if I can. They're there. Okay, so we'll place this guy over, I don't know, over here. Time to hold my breath. So we have 2 iron ingots. We have a division sigil. We have some diamonds. Is that not how it's done? Activated division sigil. Sure that's how. Oh, sure that's how it's meant to be done. No, okay. We're looking for this one. Oh, stop there. Stop it. Dragon wings. No. This one. Yeah, iron. It's a crafting table. It's an activated division sigil. Diamond. Well, it was ready to go. Apparently I can't make unstable goods. Iron. Division sigil activated. Diamond. Well, the other options we do it that way. So we need gold nuggets. It's a bit more difficult. Gold nuggets and the division sigil. A lot more expensive. But I don't really know what's going on there because it should be letting me do it. But we'll do it that way. So assume I can take them out that way. Nice. That was weird. So we need some gold nuggets, obviously. Gold. The good thing about these things here is they don't blow up on you. So we'll just make a few of those. 27 should be perfect. So it's division sigil and diamonds. And we need 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And get rid of that guy, get rid of that. Should be able to do this. Which makes 1 stable unstable ingot. As I said, it's a lot more safer because I can use the AE to do it. It's very expensive. And then we can make our dragon wings. Still not entirely sure why the normal recipe didn't work. It's a bit odd. But so if I now go into the bobble slot and I put the wings there, and I do this. Well, actually, let's test our new armor. How do we look? Oh, much better. I can fly! Oh, that makes me so happy. We can do so much more than I've got flight. The next thing, let's go down here. I'll show you what the next next little task is. As you can see, I've made a hole. Yep, I made a hole because we've got a problem with our ME. We're all full. So, what I thought we'd do is make up some drives. ME drive. And we'll increase our storage system a little more. 2 of those. So place these down here. Now what I thought I'd do is I put them in the hole here. So, oh, that's not what I want. There we go. That's what I want. Get in here and get that guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft some of these up. And once I have crafted them up, I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do next. Because I only want to use one channel, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we have, I've made up some, as you can see I've made 6 of these. This is a variation of what's known as the SSD. It's not quite an SSD though, but it works a similar idea. Obviously what we can do, oh, you know what I'm forgetting, you need to make an interface. So one interface. Good thing is it did make a little bit of space, hopefully it's enough to actually get us crafting things, yep. I'll run some cabling anyway, so we can run, let's fall down here. So as you can see, we've got the we've got a single channel currently used over here, and I should be able to, if I stick a storage bus, which we just made, on there, I can now place one of those, 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 and one of those. And we need to apply a color so it's separate from the main network. So we go one, no, it's not applying colors. Why is it not applying a color? Orange. Oh, I don't have any energy in it. Okay, let's go charge it up. Doesn't take too long to charge, fortunately. Although we may find ourselves with a power problem after doing this, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Go down here. And we want to place one there. That's better. So make these guys blue. Okay, we're going to have to make these guys orange, which is going to go a little against what I wanted to do, but as you can see, it doesn't connect up anymore. So this guy is now separate. We'll also make that blue as well. And we need another one in the middle, which we've only got two left. Well, that makes a small problem. Now I think I'll put one of those in there. Just do that. And that, once we put an interface on here, we'll actually make a subnetwork, because what it does is, when there's an interface on this guy, it'll treat it as if it's a chest. So this whole thing will become one small chest. But the storage bus will then interface with the chest as if it was plugged into a chest, to make it actually seem like it's part of the AE network. And it's what's known nowadays as a subnetwork, allowing multiple things to be inserted into it. Now, it's not the only thing I want to do, because as you can see, it's not all just connected as one. But if we go up here, we do need to make a couple other things. Has that interface been crafted yet? Interface? Yes. Excellent. So we'll also go down here, and we will place the interface where it needs to be. And we want it to be one of the small interfaces, like that. And place it onto there. Recursive networking, which is basically the achievement for making a subnetwork. And now, of course, if we go get some storage for them. Well, actually, let's work on that piece as well. So let's make, I want to make some storage buses again, which were this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, not quite enough. Grab that. Let's make some more pistons in. Let's make another 10. No, no crafting CPUs. What are we making up? Okay, we'll just cancel that for now. So we need to make 10 of these. And we'll put one there. Grab some rubber. And place that there. Which should give us a couple of sticky pistons. 1, 2, 3. That's all we currently need to make storage buses, I believe. 1. No. Ah, because of course those there. So that gives us 4, 5, 6. Perfect. There's actually 7 there. Don't quite need 7. And we need to actually run storage buses. 1, 2, 3. And one over here as well. 1, 2, 3. I also need some glass cable actually. Let's make some glass cable. Oh, might be too many. 10 of those. We will need some fiber. Probably make 10 of that. Oh, it's finished already. Cool. So I guess wait for that to finish. Don't need a lot of it. And we will need the cable. What was it? Glass cable. 12 of that. So we run this one here. And this is going to cause some major problems initially, but that's fine right at the moment. We'll fall back down here. And we will colour it. What's it currently on? Blue. Put it on orange. Take that there so it doesn't connect to the main network. Like that. So what that lets us do is the orange cable will allow us to see the storage disks that are inserted into the drives, while the blue cable will actually connect up to the A network itself. They shouldn't touch at all, although we may make something so it can touch, but in a different way. First thing, of course, I'm going to do is I need to make it so we can actually access that. So I'm going to make this an interface, which we need to go down here. And I don't think we currently have an interface, do we? No. Interface? Yeah, interface. Oh, actually, no, the terminal, isn't it? Terminal. No terminals there, so let's look for terminal. Over here, crafting terminal. Don't need a crafting terminal, just an interface terminal. Do we have enough one of those? No. Okay, let's make one of those. Give us 3 of those. No. Where's a terminal there? And we need... it's always something missing. So we're missing the formation core and... What's that yellow one? Logic processor. So formation. Probably should have made the logic processor first, but... No, it actually needs a logic processor, so we might actually get... So definitely should have made it make 2 of those first. One of those, and a logic processor. Make one of those. And shouldn't take long. In fact, I'll bring up this here and we'll wait for it to load. Hopefully if I hit that button, not quite yet. Really should add some more. There we go. Right, so put that into there. And what that will let us do, if we go back to the room down here, we can now place this on there, and we can see, we can't see anything yet because I haven't quite finished connecting it up. So let's, do I have some fibber? So we need to add some fibber to connect between there and there. So this piece of cable passes the power between the orange cable and the blue cable, but doesn't pass data. So these won't connect, but it will provide enough so that it will power the ME interface. And we need to do the same thing there, because once again we need to transfer power from there to there, and you can see they are just turned on, which also should turn the terminal on. Now we've only got 7 devices on there, so the next time we add another one on there, we'll probably need to put a another storage bus interface combination, but it's now online. So if we go into here, we can now see it, and we can go into here, and I think I've already crafted up some storage. Yep. Oh, why don't they stack? It's rather annoying. We could put a storage. Oh dear. Are we running low on power? No, it's Okay, I might have to make some more power. Yeah, I think I might go some more power, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we've got some more power going into there. It's not. I'll have to work on my power situation because we're using quite a bit now. But I just added another wind turbine up on the roof for now. Probably work on that in a future episode. But if you make an export bus, no, I don't have an export bus. Export. One ME export bus. And what that will let us do is we can actually set it to export those. So go back down here again. Now I'm not going to put a redstone controller or anything into this because it's just going to, for now I'll do it on request, but in a future episode I might cover off how to automate that process. But the idea being that we can actually place a no, we also need an interface actually. I need to put it into something. So let's go up to here. An interface. Yeah, already got an interface there, which is good. So stick that into there. We want to stick the interface down here. Ugh. So we'll stick the. So I said the blue cable was that. I think what we'll do is we'll stick it here. So this will actually make an extra device on that one. So that's 1, 2, 3. No, it has to go on there. So yeah, so I've got the interface selected, place that there. Then place the storage bus on that. And that actually gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We already had one more, which is fine. And we also need some cable. And this will be blue cable. Well, it doesn't matter because it appears it just connected anyway, but just in case. So I should right click to change it to blue. So it makes it blue. And hopefully that will do what we want. Stick the fiber back in. Stick that there. And they will turn back on. And on the interface here, so on the export bus, we put in one of these guys. And then whenever one's made, it'll just directly insert it into there. So when we're running low, we can set it to autocraft, or we can just say how we need another storage disk thing. So I'll go down here, I'll show you what I mean there. As you can see, I can now put this in, and it will actually stick it into one of the drives. Which also means that if I place it into, let's say, here, you'll also see that it should well, actually it won't initially because there's room in these guys for it. I should take all those guys out actually. So let's just take that guy back up for a minute. Storage. Because of course one of the limits I put on it was it had to be in this drive already. It wasn't in the main network, which is why it has to come from one of these. What I could do for demonstration, I suppose, take that out. Actually, what I could do, let's go this guy. There it is, meta transporter. And take that out. And now, of course, there's nothing in there at all. So if we were to go into here, of course, now it's not connected to the AE. Okay, so now it's connected to the AE. So if we go into here and we say, so you can see what I could craft, and nether racked at the top there. If I was to insert one of those, it will let me do it, because it will put it into one of these. And as you see it now put it into there. If I put some of my items in there, so we say put some of these guys in like that, it'll now start filling up the ones there. Which also means what I could do, possibly, I don't know, because I've got 6, 7, 8 years, I can't add any more channels just yet to that bank. Go and put this guy back though. Now, where is there it is. There. Give it a few moments to click in, hopefully. Uh-oh. Oh, phew. That had a road. And we'll stick a piece of cobblestone there just to hide it away, and one up here as well. So that's our storage up, which also means that I can go back up here and re-enable this guy somehow. So how did I turn this off? That's right. Take that out, and it should now start re-importing. There we go. If I then go and up to here, oh, that's not meant to be there. If I go put that there, if I then go into here, we can now put, well, let's just put all these guys into here directly. And that'll give us heaps of storage space for the foreseeable future. And you can see one's already taken up 45 items. Now do we have, I don't know if we've got a stone cover. Is it like stone cover? Or sandstone cover? Stone wall plate? No, okay, let's make some of those then. So, I always forget what they're called. Facade. Facade. One of these guys. And look at that, it chose the stone. It's got some intelligence to it. So we can put one there, one on there, and one there. And we also want to put in, just replace the stone that we took up from there, which I don't have enough just yet. Stone. 3 stone, just enough. Awesome. So you can see the difference in the textures, because these are plates, or is that stone, especially with the shaders on. Oh, what's going on? Bit of lag there. So I think I'll call the episode here. As I said, it is Christmas Eve. So I'm just I'm making a shorter episode. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. It does mean quite a bit. If you're new to the channel and want to follow along with the future series, or where this is going, or my new plans for the new year, hit the subscribe button. If you have a question, a suggestion, or anything else, maybe even tell me why the divide by diamonds technique didn't work, because I had to go that long way. Leave a comment below. Otherwise, have a great new year, and see ya! Oh, now that's cool. Death. Aww. See ya!